My irrational fear is ceiling fans. If they are spinning even a little bit too fast, I'm afraid that they're going to fall off and chop all of my kids' heads off or impale them.
How hasn't it?
Why? Why does my brain tell me this?
Six period. Oh, this thing's on. Espresso podcast. I'm your girlfriend, Benny, who has a stiff neck, and every time he has to turn around, he has to turn his whole body. Hey, can we talk real quick? Stand-up comedy shows coming up. Austin, Texas, October 3rd. San Diego, November 7th. Buffalo, November 14th. There's a lot more. Go to BennyPolizzi.com or just click the little linky right under here for your tickies. Watch me on F-Boy Island and Lovers and Liars on the CW app. No login, no username. Just get the app and watch me be so smooth on TV. And tell your homies to join the Patreon. $5 a month. Every other Espresso pod in a live stream every Sunday. Who's not doing it? You know? Join the fam. And like a little sleeper on the Patreon. Message me whatever you want. Dude, there's somebody that messages me like the most insightful, smart things. And I'm like, I never thought of that. And it's like a lot too. And I'm like, yeah, it's so helpful. I mean, just message me. If you want to message me a picture of Whopper Jr., that's actually perfect. Do that too. Patreon, $5 a month. Get all your merch. Galunky, who's buying this? Benedict shirts, all at benedictmerch.com. But we got a lot of answers to the question of the week. Espresso, question of the week. What's your irrational fear? For me, every time I take a shower, how does the tub not fall through 6 floors of my apartment? And I just end up in the lobby naked and wet. Hey. You know? When I'm driving down the road, how does my tire not just pop off of my car and drill somebody in the head? How has it not ever happened? How does a snake not bite my full ass every time I'm on the toilet? Just once. What's your irrational fear? We got a lot. Let's get to them.
My irrational fear is Band-Aids. Like something about Band-Aids just trigger me in a way that I cannot handle. Like if I go to the doctor and they put one on me, I like have to leave it there until like eventually it falls off. I can't touch it. I can't look at it. Like the feeling of ripping it off, but then also the feeling of when it's damp, like, oh my God, it freaks me out. And my kid is in her like Band-Aid stage where she wants a Band-Aid on every boo-boo. And like, I simply cannot. Like, I don't want to touch them. I don't want to look at them. I'm a nurse and like, I will do literally anything else. But the second I have to put a Band-Aid on a kid, I do not know why. It freaks me out. So yeah, that is my irrational fear.
I'm not scared of Band-Aids. I'm just like, do we need them? Dude, you could slice my leg open with a katana. I'd be like, I've never, ever used a Band-Aid. Unless I was like 6 and somebody put it on my arm. But if I have to draw blood and somebody puts a Band-Aid on me, I either take it off immediately because I'm like, gross, or I forget it's there for like 14 days and it's just on my arm. But Band-Aids? Who's buying this? Who's a Band-Aid? Chop my finger off. Not putting a Band-Aid on it. Could it be an uglier accessory? Dude, if I see you and you have a Band-Aid on your arm, I'm not talking to you. If you're sitting there, you could be the most beautiful person, the funniest guy. If you have a Band-Aid on your arm, I'm like, nah, I'm good. Why is it so like, not even the reason of it like carrying bacteria. I'm just like, you're a Band-Aid guy? You're either Band-Aid mom or I've never worn a Band-Aid in my entire. Who needs them? Get a shot? Put a Band-Aid on? For what? Are you going to bleed out? I'd rather hold my arm. Band-Aids, bro. I can't remember the last time I actually was like, hi, does anyone have a Band-Aid? I need a Band-Aid. Okay, maybe because I cut my... Okay. I did slice my finger open when I was working one time and I was cutting lemons. And I put a Band-Aid on my finger, but... Oh, right. Like 5 minutes after the Band-Aid, I take it off. So I'm like, I don't want to be Band-Aid guy.
So I have this like really weird fear, and I don't know where it came from or how it even started.
Oh, I could listen to you all day.
But it's just like hand injuries, right? Like getting a paper cut.
Oh.
Messing up a nail, breaking a finger. Or like if it happens to anybody else either, I'm like, I cannot function. It is the weirdest thing, and I cannot explain it.
No, I kind of feel you. You just got to put a Band-Aid on it, bro. Don't be all macho. Who doesn't use Band-Aids? No, but I got a paper cut one time and I'm so scared. I'm such a bitch around paper. I'm like, you ever get a paper cut from like some serious, from like a poster board? Right in between the webbing of your fingers. God dang, dude. I got a paper cut one. I was in art class and I got a paper cut and I was like, is this... I need a Band-Aid. No, it hurts so bad. And I always try to like walk little shit off like that. But dude, right. How come every time I get a paper cut on my finger, the next thing I do is like dip my finger in like some type of like, why do I dip my whole hand in a bowl of Sunny D after that? I'm like, God damn it. We'll never remember that I have a paper cut all over my thumb. And he's right, dude. The little like hang nails, dude, that'll ruin my entire day. And when I get a hangnail, for some reason, I feel like I almost like bruised my finger too. I can't use my whole hand if I have a hangnail. I love you, burpee boy. Oh, whoa. Dude, I am the absolute king of biting my nails too short. I've been Sergeant Short Nail. Like, you bite your nail a little too short and you like honestly can't even use the right half of your body anymore. You're like, I can't even grab a cup. And it just feels so good. Why do you bite them so short then? Because like, when you're eating like a dessert and it's in a big pan and you gotta like even it out. When you're eating a cake and it's in a big pan and you're like, I gotta even this row out. I better even that out. Ooh, there's one piece. I gotta make it a straight line, like a laser cut this cake. That's what I do with my nails. I'm like, I know it's bad, but like, I at least gotta make this like perfectly round. Then I make it perfectly round, and you gotta amputate my whole entire hand because I can't use it.
I've been terrified that if I have both my windows down in the car or all four of them down, that a bird is going to fly in, get stuck in my car. I'm going to have a panic attack because it's going to scare the shit out of me. And then I'm going to crash my car. And then I'll probably die, but the bird will probably live.
It's so true. How come birds aren't doing that yet? So I can just accidentally leave my patio doors open in my apartment for a whole day and no birds will fly in here? How long does it take for a bird to fly in your apartment or car? So I can't be at a red light just chilling with my windows. Dude, birds should be obliterating us at red lights. God, can I just be a bird for a day? A bird or a cat? Oh my God. My whole entire For You page is just cats with cameras on their collars. And it just shows what they do all day. I'm like, cats are the freest things in the world. They do whatever they want. Whatever they want. No rules for a cat. Birds should be out here terrorizing our cars. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I can tell. Like while driving, pretty tough. Pretty tough for a bird to just fly in there. Not gonna lie. My irrational fear is when I'm driving in a car with two of my windows down, or maybe just one of them down, that noise is gonna happen. That you know what? When you're driving down like a road and all that, I don't even know what it's called, but the air like gets trapped in your car. I feel like my irrational fear is that's just gonna blow my brain out. That thump gets so loud. How do birds know that it's just the best living situation in the world is just right in the middle of the Target sign on the front of the Target building, just right in the bullseye? You ever see one of those? Dude, birds used to own store signs. The O in Kroger's, if you're a mom. Birds used to just, dude, the best apartment in the city for a bird, the O in Kroger. Just chilling in there. Now they put spikes and shit on the store signs. I used to get so jealous of a bird. Oh my God, look at that nest. Oh my, look at that nest. Oh my God. Right in the dip of the S on Marsh. I'd be like, ooh, bro's got the penthouse.
Tell me why. Every time I'm driving, I assume that the car's going to swerve over into my lane and hit me and kill me instantly. Don't even get me started on those roads where there's no median and the cars come in like directly at you, like inches from your car. Ooh, and it trucks come in. Little mini panic attack all the way down the road. I'm like 99.7% sure that's how I'm going to die one day. But
oh, for sure.
Yeah, that's mine. And it happens every day. It's real nice. Okay. Love you, Benny.
Love you more. Oh, love this guy. I forgot I love you so much, sir. I realized who you were at the end. I don't know who you are, but anonymously, I do. It's crazy. I have this like image of you guys in my head when I listen to these, and I like hear you guys a couple of times. Dude, one lady came up to me after a show and she started talking. I was like, and she's like, yep, fam. I was like, but yeah, he's right. Hey, you know when like there's 3 lanes of traffic and you're on the far outside one and there's another car on the far outside one, there's the middle lanes free. How has it never happened that both of you guys try to go in the middle lane at the same time? Every time I do it, I'm like, they're going too, and we're going to crash. How does it not happen? And the little mini panic attack, I just feel like I've said it so many times. How aren't people getting in car accidents 2,000 times a minute? The amount of things that can go wrong and they're not going wrong. I'm like, I feel like a car should be blowing up every 17 seconds on the road. Yeah. I'd be like, sure. Why wouldn't it? All those things in a car and it's not you're telling me I can just leave my car on and pump gas and my car isn't going to explode at the gas station, make the gas station explode, and then make all the cars explode at the gas station. That's never happened. Except for on Grand Theft Auto, and that's why that's in my head right now. I can almost promise that I've like been, you know, when a semi like goes like by your car and you're like, how many times have I just want to know how many semi truck drivers I've pissed off in my life, because they're probably like, this fucking dude. I inconvenience them every single time. I'm like, I don't know, bro. You're like too big. That's my excuse. Cut one off. It rolls off the side of the road. I'm like, you're just too big.
My irrational fear is ceiling fans. If they are spinning even a little bit too fast, I'm afraid that they're going to fall off and chop all of my kids' heads off or impale them.
How hasn't it?
Why? Why does my brain tell me this?
Because why hasn't it? If a ceiling fan came off the ceiling and sliced my head off, I'd be like, duh, obviously. Has it not happened? It happened to me one time. Didn't slice my head off, but boy. Dumbest way I almost died. Freshman year, college football, there's like a fan. You know, you see a fan that's like, okay, that's going to kill me. It was just, we were just letting it roll, bro. It was like the whole base of it was like, it was out of control. But we just, whatever. We just let it. I was like, it must be good. It must have been doing that for like the last 15 years. I don't know why that makes it any better. But I was at my locker and one of the like blades popped off the fan and like right in front of my face. Drilled the locker. It would have been really crazy if the blade would have got like stuck in the locker, but it didn't. It just like hit the locker right in front of my face. Had no clue it was even happening. One of my friends was like, "Yo!" And I was like, "What?" Thank God I didn't know, dude. That's the beautiful thing about dumb people. You never know shit. So I didn't know. I was like, "Oh, no way. Oh, okay." Didn't even know. Yeah, every fan in the world should come out of the like every blade of a fan should come out of the thing and slice people's heads off. Buying a fan, I know that. Installing a that's why I've never installed a fan. Dude, people that install fans in other people's houses, aren't you like, well, they're gonna die. How about that fan at your grandma's house that like was not safe at all? Everybody's grandma had a fan that like you could easily slice your whole entire hand off. Both hands. Oh, well, shit. Like there was no cage. Every grandma owned a fan with no cage on it. And you're just like, how is this okay? Why do you still have it? With grandkids around and shit, you're just like, yeah, that'll work. Dude, that one fan in the basement of your grandparents' house, and you're like, yo, that thing. That's a weapon from like World War II or something. That's Grandpa's fan. But then the fan upstairs didn't work one time, and they had to bring that fan upstairs to like cool off the living room on a hot summer day. And you're like, whoa, bro. They brought up the World War II fan. Yeah, sure. I just have memories of being at my grandparents' house. Like I think I was there for too long. Because we go to my grandparents' house for like a week. Because they lived out of town. Does anybody else do that? And you start being like a little too comfortable with your grandparents. Literally absolutely nothing to do. Just making up games in my head and shit. I would hang out with my grandparents all day for 4 days straight. And start like doing like crazy stuff. Like one time I bought a bunch of balloons and I put them under the cushions of every chair. So when my grandma sat down, it'd be like, and it never worked. She sat in every chair and I was like, every time I was like, fuck, God damn it. She was like, what? I was like, never mind. You were supposed to sit down. The balloon was supposed to pop. It was supposed to be like you farted. Never mind. It was going to be hilarious, but never mind. I swear to God, my grandma had to think I was so weird, bro. I was in a tree. I was standing in a tree for the whole day. In a tree, both feet on a branch, my arms on another branch, 7 hours. You hungry? I'm good. Just chilling. 7 hours. I had a basket up there full of mini apples from the tree. I'd pull them down, put them in a basket. And I think I like threw them at birds. I just sat there the whole day. I'm like, this is my kingdom. No one can see me. Bro, people had to drive by like, damn, motherfucker's still up there. What the hell's he even doing? Nothing. I didn't have a Game Boy. Nothing. Next week's question. What's the weirdest thing you did at your grandma's house? Oh my God. You low-key getting in trouble at your grandma's and you're like, God damn it, just don't tell my dad. Please don't tell my dad. Holy shit, don't tell my dad. I started like my grandma would like always be like, you want something to eat? And I started like abusing it kind of. Cause I was like, all she wants to do is like make me food. I just started saying yes. And it'd be like 2 p.m. and I'd be like, can I have some ice cream? Like, and she'd make me a bowl of ice cream. Like there was never a no for food. It was just green light, green light. Dude, I could have asked for anything and it would have been there in 30 minutes on the table with a glass of milk and a mini fork and spoon. Dude, I love mini forks and spoon because my grandma starts crying. It could have been July 2nd and I could have been like, hey, can you do Thanksgiving? Like, I'm kind of hungry. Do you have like And she would have pulled out last year's Thanksgiving food, perfectly edible, everything. And I would have eaten it right then and there. 30 minutes with pumpkin pie and whipped cream on the top.
I mean, I wouldn't say this is irrational because it could totally happen. Kind of like a snake biting your butt when you use the toilet. But I basically picture my death every single time I go down the stairs. I just think I'm gonna fall and tumble to my death.
Oh.
Oh
yeah. Can we bring it back? I haven't heard a good fuck. Dude, remember that was so it for our podcast. I don't know if it was ever it, but yeah. See, that's the thing about stairs. Somebody needs to set an example. Somebody needs to fall down the stairs hard, and then you'll never slip up on the stairs. Dude, we were all at the volleyball house one time in college. Volleyball house was lit. It's like 3 girls lived in this big ass house. Me and my friends always went over there because it was a huge house. And it was like, how'd you guys rent that? What is even going on? Who's paying? I don't know. I don't care. But it was like the morning. And I woke up on the couch just like, what? And this girl from upstairs came downstairs. Heels from the night before. Going out clothes from the night before. You can hear the heels upstairs. You know, like when your teacher walks through the hallway and it sounds like a Clydesdale. I was like, okay, I'm up. She starts going down the stairs. She fell down every single stair. There's like 17 stairs, like an old house. You know, like old houses around colleges that they just rent out to kids for like way too much money. And I kind of thought she was kidding or she like slid a box down the stairs. So I was like, oh, she's like smart. She's like smart and she goes to like this different college and she's like studying and all. I was like, oh, my thing in my head was like, she's the smartest girl ever. And in moments like that, I'm like so embarrassed sometimes that I just pretended I was sleeping. I was like, I'm not even gonna say anything. Just get out of here while you can. Like that was the vibe. I might have looked at her and I was like, just go. I'll remember this for the rest of my life and say it on a podcast in 20 years. But you just get the hell out of here. Caitlin Brandon. But yeah, after that, I was like, I'm never missing a step. Never. After that, in heels and going 7 a.m. Craziest thing ever. How about when you're going down the stairs in the dark and you like forget there's one more step and your whole entire life flashes before and you have no idea how you landed it. People are like, are you okay? You're like, yeah, nothing. Or you think there's an extra step at the top because it's dark and you do that weird like lunge thing. You're done with the stairs and you do that gallop. You're like, Oh, so weird. I'm like, how have I not dislocated my knees on every step? Dude, the stairs in old houses that the width of the step is like this big. How many houses have I been in with stairs that are the size of an iPhone? I'm like, this big, the width of an iPhone, whatever that is. I'm like, why do I have to tiptoe up these stairs, bro? And it's always the old. How come every house I've ever been in is from the Civil War? 2 war references.
My irrational fear is going to try on shoes and then having the new shoes I'm trying on and then leaving the box behind and then leaving my shoes I came in the store with and like someone coming up and putting them in the box and then putting the box up on the shelf somewhere and then me not being able to find my shoes.
Oh my God.
And so I have no other choice but to buy shoes, or someone grabs my shoes and puts them on their feet and walks out the store with them. And I'd still have to buy new shoes against my will, or if I didn't like them, or I'd have to find some I liked.
It's like the best, worst problem ever. Oh, shucks. I got to buy new shoes. Dude, there's a horror story. I don't know if I told you guys this, but I worked at Champ Sports when I was in college in the mall. Best job I've ever had. But somebody like got a pair of shoes for somebody. Can I get a size 12 in these? Went back to the back, got them, brought the box out, and there was a rat in one of the shoes, and it scurried away. Does it sound made up now? Yes, it does, and I don't believe it anymore either. Yeah, but hey, how come every time I'm in the mall, who stole my shit? Dude, every time, my dumb ass, dude, every time I'm in the mall, I have 4 bags with me. Okay, not every time because I never buy shit in the mall. I just look because I'm 17. Every time I go to the mall and I actually buy something, why do I leave that bag in a PacSun? And I go in the PacSun. I race to the PacSun. And I'm like, hey, do you have that picture of me? Oh my God, thank you so much. Every time I'm in the mall, I got to leave something at a different store on the bench. Dude. And why do I think 19 scavengers are going to take it? They're watching me and they're going to take it right when I leave the store. Dude, I leave my phone on the ground while I'm working out every time. Everywhere. Am I the only one that does this? When you're working out, dude, I just throw my phone next to the machine and do the shit. And then that's it. I don't know if I see anybody else's phones out when they're working out. And sometimes like I'll use my phone to mark the machine. Like, oh, the benches are always taken. It's Monday, big chest day. There's a bench open. I'll literally throw my phone like 7 yards away. It lands by the bench and I'm like, that's my bench. And I go get like the weights so nobody takes it. But every time I'm like, how is no one stealing my phone? Who wants my old iPhone 13? Does anyone know what iPhone I have? Somebody asked me what iPhone I have. And I'm like, the one from like 4 years ago, I think. They all do the exact. I haven't seen an iPhone where I'm like, damn, I want that one. Bro, I don't know. As long as the emojis are new, I guess. The camera on the camera in the camera in the camera. I'm like, dude, just suck my dick, dude. No difference from hey, when iPhones didn't have video. You guys remember that? What? Dude, that blew my mind. I had to download a video app for the iPhone. The iPhone doesn't have video? Dude, there was another thing it didn't have too. Maybe Flash. I was like, dude, what are you guys doing? And I was able to buy this phone. It has a camera for pictures only. Kill me. Is it such a weird process to try on shoes in a store? I'm like, we're still doing that? Did they allow that over COVID? So I can take the amount of times Oh, shoe people have to be like this, dude. Bro, I've tried on shoes before without socks on. Like I walk in there, dirty ass shoes, still kind of do it. Like when I was a kid, my shoes were like, it looked like they went through a fire. My mom wouldn't let me get new shoes unless my old shoes were like a homeless person's shoes. Like you could see my toes in them and you know what I mean? I still kind of have some shoes like that where my pinky toes popping out the side. I'm like, why do I keep wearing these? Hobo shoes. There would be zero traction on the bottom. My feet are busting out the sides. Way too small. My mom would still be like, you can give it a couple more weeks. I'm like, dude. I'd walk into a Foot Locker with those shoes, beat nasty socks, yellow socks with a what's the silver dollar size hole in the bottom of my sock. And then try on the freshest pair of shoes in the store. Like nothing ever happened, bro. People had to be like, yo, that's gotta be like a weird, bro. I will use shit to the last drop. I'm just thinking about how gross my nasty feet were in those. You guys know my feet in every shoe. Hey, trying on sandals, weirdest thing ever.
Taxes and anything related to government paperwork. Although I think that's a rational fear because if you do it wrong and you get in trouble, like, how are you supposed to know?
Seriously. So, yeah, fill out your taxes. You better do your tax. I'm like, how would I know if they were wrong? I feel like I'm guessing. So I'm like, I think, dude, when I do my taxes, I don't do them. Pass that to my family tax lady, who God knows, she has to be like, what are you guys doing? I have no idea. That's the thing about mail too. Like, how am I supposed to know if I'm ever going to jail? Like, you're going to like come to my apartment? How the fuck are you going to, I barely even know my own address right now. Somebody asked me my address the other day. I was like, hold on, let me look in my phone. But what are you going to do? Are you going to mail me a letter that says I have 30 days or I'm going to jail? I'm never going to see that. Gotta file your tax. What? What is this shit? They got to be doing that in high school now, right? I know that's like the age old. Why don't they teach us how to file our taxes in high school? But like they're doing that now, right? Because what? I should have been in jail. That'd be the bitchiest thing to go to jail for. Yeah, dude, 3 years. What'd you do? Filled out my W-9 wrong. You never hear about that shit.
My irrational fear I've had since I was a kid is going swimming at night and a shark attacking me out of nowhere. Completely implausible, but I guess it wouldn't be an irrational fear if it wasn't so.
God damn, I just got scared again. Scared doing a podcast, part 8,952. I've never thought that because I've never seen Jaws. Somebody was like, dude, if you watch Jaws, you'll never be able to like swim again, kind of. I was like, oh, never gonna watch it. Never seen it. But I've never had that where I'm like, there's a shark in here. I'm always just like, I always think there's something going on outside of the pool. You ever night swim? Ooh, God, that's so scary. I can't do a lot of that kind of stuff by myself. I could be in a pool. My friend goes inside to get a Mountain Dew, comes outside. Bro, I will be so scared. I might be out of the pool. I can't do anything. I'm in a pool at night. I'm like, there's somebody behind that tree. God damn it, there's somebody behind that tree, right? Every single time. Every time. I'm like, why is there somebody behind that tree? Why is that guy looking at me from his porch? Not a guy at all. It's a pot. How come every time I do anything outside at night, I'm like, oh God. Yep. There's my stalker. Why do I feel like 9 people are following me? Do I ever think there's sharks in a pool? No, but I think there's a dude in the pool, in the deep end, just floating. Bro, going to the deep end at night is kind of crazy. That corner, that back corner, you're like, ah. The ball went over there. Get it. I'm like, I'm going to get out of the pool and walk around on the edge, get the ball, and then I'll jump back in the shallow end. Because there's a guy waiting to grab my foot. Hey, every time I'm getting out of the pool, though, on that weird like metal like ladder on the side, I'm like, there's 7 dudes grabbing at my feet for sure. That's when the shark comes up. That's when the shark gets me. Swimming at night, I'm like, whatever, we're good. But right when I get out of the pool, 7 sharks going for my foot. Every time. Hey, I gotta get out of the pool. Even in the daylight. Let's keep going.
I love you, scared of the irrational bullshit. Milky Boy. Whoa! That'll work. That's a little loud.
Milky Boy Confessions.
So anyway, yeah, irrational fear definitely going to be the dark. Everyone's going to say it's a basic bitch move. I know. Okay, but there are no buts. It's just that, you know, or that I'm like wake up from like a sleep paralysis thing, and there's going to be some freaking demon in my room that I'm like half asleep, saying half not. And it's just going to be that, dude. Like, I know it's not there, dude. Even in the freaking shower, my guy, eyes are closed, freaking fins up, swimming through that shit, and I'm just rinsing the soap and the shampoo off the flow. My guy, it's time to go. Bars. Yeah, definitely the dark, you know what I mean? Or I don't like turning my back to shit. Ooh, this one's way better. ADD. Being in a body of water with images or with objects larger than myself. Case in point. Back in what I call it, summer 2018 game, my guy. I was dating a little baddie. Well, fatty.
Love the Milky Boy relationship stories.
Rhymes with Shane Schmeiman. Anywho, her uncle had a boat and a jet ski. We're having a great time frolicking about the water like a couple of dipshits, and then summer, just having fun, summer love, you know? Anywhoosies, so we jump. I'm trying to see where time-wise. We got time. So I'm having a great time. Jump off the boat. Midair. Having a great time. Loving life. Laughing my ass off. Having a joyful time. As soon as my giant ass hits the water, I'm darting to get back on the boat. I'm internally freaking the hell out because there's a big thing in the water with me and it ain't myself. It's a boat. Okay? I was on a jet ski. Flew off. Had so much fun. As soon as I skidded it, hit the water, freaking out trying to get back up. If I'm in a pool, there's a pool hose, my guy, I'm losing every bit of sanity. You know what I mean? It's so dumb, but being in bodies of water with objects larger than myself, that kind of
it doesn't float.
Anywho, that's it, babe. Kiss this bitch. Fuck.
It doesn't float my boat. Is that what he said? Hold on, run that back.
Yeah. Being in bodies of water with objects larger than myself, that kind of dampens the mood.
I don't know what he said. But I love you, Milky Boy. Ooh, whoa. Yeah, I've been scared to death at a lake before. Late night at a lake, you'll see some shit. I think it's all legit. Late night at a lake one time, I swear on my entire soul, I saw a lady in a wedding dress. But I was like with 4 dudes, and I was like, that's a lady in a wedding dress. And it looked 100%. I think it was. I was like, that's a ghost, the ghost of a dead bride or some shit. But one of my friends like wasn't into getting scared. You know, I'm like, you ever have that one friend that's like not, I'm like, bro, come, like, yes, it is. If I'm with two people that are like talking about getting scared, I'm gonna get scared for the situation. Oh, I don't feel like getting scared tonight, so I'm gonna say no and be all no. If we're getting scared, we're getting scared. 3 dudes so scared of a lady in the wedding dress, and one of the guys just like, nah, bro, I don't see it. I'm like, come on.
Yo, Benny, are you ever driving along next to a truck that has about 25 to 30 logs on it? And for a split second, you just think, man, if one of those cages holding those in were to just fall down, your life would be over immediately.
This guy's good. Every time I'm behind a truck that has stuff strapped to it, I'm like, are we sure that's held down? How what? I think it's insane that you can just put anything in the truck bed and it's like, yeah. It's got to be strapped down. Like, okay, but how does he know? Like, you could put a jump rope on top of a truck bed full of logs, and I'd be like, I guess. There's no rules for that. You can put 1,000 swords in your truck bed. As long as there's one strap over the top, you're good. What? How is everything staying on although I have put my phone on top of my car, driven like 2.5 miles turning and stuff, gotten out of the car, and my phone's still on top of the car. So maybe. But yeah, every time I'm behind a truck with a bunch of shit, I'm like, how's all this stuff not impaling my windshield and going right through my throat? I mean, if that's how I'm going to die, that's how I'm going to die. I'm going to get hit by a car for sure. And you know what I'm going to do when I'm about to get hit by the car? But when it's coming towards me, I'm going to be like, yo, I can jump over this. Easy. Every time I see a car, I'm like, I can jump over that car. 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 Okay. Yeah, like behind like a gravel truck. I'm like, yo, rock through the windshield. Just do it already.
A plane falling out of the sky and crashing on top of my house.
Hey, every plane, how you not falling out of the sky? You just can't. I can't wrap my head around the fact that there's just planes and they never crash. Every plane, every flight, 1 million flights every day. And those aren't running into each other like not once. What? So you're telling me I could have been across the country this morning? It's so insane. What? You'll never. How is a plane not falling out of the sky? Right now. They always have enough fuel. Dude, when I get on planes, I'm like, they probably didn't check something, right? And all the planes are from like 1951. I'm like, there's not an updated plane. There's like 3. No, like all the Southwest like plane, no, they just redid the seats inside of the old ass plane. It's so mysterious. I'm like, what do you guys know that I don't about planes? So like all this stuff works on it. Like this just flew from California to New Jersey and you're sure all this stuff works? We're just flying right back and it's going to work. Okay. I mean, I bought the ticket.
My irrational fear is getting stuck in like confined spaces, specifically like if I'm in like a public bathroom. Ooh. And I shut the door and lock it, that like I'm not going to be able to open the door and like get back out. Like I'm going to be like trapped in there and no one's going to know. But if it's a like stall I've thought about that. Like that I feel better with, because if for some reason it didn't open, I could like crawl under like the bottom. But if it's a door and it's just like a one person, like who's gonna know I'm in there and how do I get out if it locks me in? An elevator just malfunctioning, like when I'm in an enclosed space and I can't get out. Again, that freaks me the fuck out. A walk-in cooler or a freezer.
Okay,
like a
all
walk-in
right.
freezer.
That's the
when you're,
one,
like,
baby
if you
girl.
work in a restaurant or whatever, like just going in there to grab extra like tub of ice cream, and you go to open the door and it's just locked. Like, ooh, just anything with being like locked in and like can't get out. Like, so now if I am in public and I go to the bathroom, I just won't lock the door. I'd rather somebody walk in on me than me potentially get locked in. So
I don't know. I think
that's my irrational fear.
I think I'm the opposite. I'd rather die in a bathroom than somebody see me taking a deuce. And it's happened, bro. I've taken one and somebody's walked in, and I'm telling you, my pants were just on. It was just so like, oh, last thing I thought was gonna happen type. I was taking an at-home deuce in public, and somebody walked in, and it was like, oh, wow, bro, you know my whole life. You know my whole life. You know my whole life. Hey, what's up? And then you got to see the person after. It was somebody that worked there that I know. I was like, dude, you just, you know how I do it? Like, and he's like, sorry about that, dude. I'm like, bro, there's no sorry. You're just my brother now. Like, you're just, I might as well just give you all my passwords. Here's everything. We have to kiss. You see me taking a deuce? We got to kiss. Sorry. We're in love. We have to be. It's the only way. It's the only way I can go on. Just full taking a deuce. Crazy. Said taking a deuce so many times. Hey, how about when you accidentally lock your dog or cat in the bathroom for like 4 days? And you're like, oh my God, they're in there? Okay, now 4 days. That's a little much. I meant 6. But you know what I mean? It's been like 7 hours. You're on the couch doing absolutely nothing. Doesn't even cross your mind. And then you hear a bark that sounds like it's from the house next to you. And you're like, oh, it's been in oh my God, in my closet. And then you let them out and you act like, and they like rush out kind of, but you're like, hey, you're trying to act like you didn't do it. Like you didn't do it. Like, I'm good, right? We're friends still, right? Okay, we're friends, good. They like miss you. You're like, wow, you have no idea. I almost just killed you. Sorry. I think my dog was in my mom's closet for 2 days one time. Completely forgot. Didn't make a noise. He didn't make it. Okay. Open up the closet on some, I don't even know. I wasn't even looking for him, and I opened up the closet. It just came right out. I was like, oh. POV, you locked your dog in your mom's closet for 4 hours and had zero idea. Hey, buddy. Oh my gosh, I missed you. You almost died. Yeah, there's been a couple situations where I like can't open a door or something's weird and I can't. I'm like, ah! Dude, it's so chaotic in my brain. Like, I'm locked in forever. And then you like press the door like the other way and you're like, okay. There we go. We're good. Sorry. Yeah, I know how to work that door. The amount of times I've crawled under a fitting room at the mall because I didn't want to ask somebody to like, hey, can I try? Like when I was like younger and I like I just didn't want to talk to anybody. When I was a kid, I didn't want to talk to, I don't want to now either, but it's like, it's easier when you're a kid. Like you don't want to tell the person at Old Navy that you have 3 things to try on or whatever. So I just walk in there, slide under the fitting room. I'm like, I'm not stealing. I'm like, come on, dude. I just don't want to talk to you.
3 items. Here's your big number 3. Put that on your door, honey.
I'm like, okay, embarrassing 1. The fact that I even want 3 things from here, kind of embarrassing. Don't know what size I am. So I'm just going to bypass this whole thing, slide under the door. And I'm just going to get this done without either of us knowing, either of us caring. You don't have to keep tabs on me. Bro, trying on jeans has to be the most exhausting thing. Is it the girliest thing I've ever said? Probably not at all. When you have to get a new pair of jeans, it's like go to every store, try on 4 pairs, maybe. Dude, when I get a new pair of jeans, I think I try on 32 pairs of jeans. There is nothing. I'm like, this is a Pilates class. Just taking them off. You got to take a picture. Do these look? Am I insane? You can't send it to somebody because the mall, for some reason, the mall has 0 service. I'm like, this is the place where I need to send pictures. Never have I ever sent a picture in the mall. Why is it forbidden territory? So exhausting trying. Hey, have you ever gotten the right size and fit and style of jeans on the internet? Dude, kill me. 32. I know it. My last jeans were 32. I'm going to get them from the same store. I'm going to get the same size, same style, same everything. Jeans come in, I try them on. Don't fit. Why? Oh, my jeans thought I was in 6th grade. Cool. Tiny jeans. Why? Same exact size. What's happening? Yeah, that irrational fear that of you being stuck somewhere. It's from that one. Oh, man, I saw it on like FX when I was just flipping through the channels when I was like 10. I forget what movie it is. Maybe it's Final Destination or something. But this girl gets in the tanning bed and somebody zip ties it. Oh, I wouldn't mind it. How'd he die? Doing what he loved. You're in your casket. Just so bronze. Wow, dude looks good. Are you sure he's dead? Bro looks tan and kind of hot. Is he dead? Can we kiss him?
Hey, Benedict. This is my first time recording for the podcast.
I love you.
Irrational fear. So my irrational fear is if I step foot in a porta potty at the fair or an amusement park, that somebody's going to tip it over and I'm going to be covered in all the stuff that comes out of the porta potty. I think it started because I saw like that episode of Jackass whenever I was in middle school and I'm just scarred for life. So that would have to be mine.
How has that not happened? Dude, the experience of going in a porta potty. Have you ever? Like, I think I went in the worst one of all. Like, what are people doing in there? I went to Rolling Loud at wherever the hell the Rams and Raiders. There's 50 teams that play there. God, I sound like a girl. I don't know the name of the stadium here. Lo-fi, hi-fi, Wi-Fi. Went there, went to there's a porta potty in the parking lot. I'm like, I'm going to pee before I drive home because I don't want to scream the whole way home and complain the whole time at every light that I had to pee so bad. Bro, I couldn't even pee in the bathroom. Couldn't do it. The whole thing. Who's cleaning that? What are people doing in there? Toilet paper all over the ground. Ball all inside the toilet. Just like, what happened? How do they clean porta potties? Next person I'm having on the podcast is a guy that cleans porta potties. And I just want to be like, dude, tell me everything. What do? You take them apart, power wash them? Do you burn them and rebuild them? What is happening in there? Are people just, dude, there's poop on the ground. Said poop. I'm going to kill myself. There's toilet. Just everything is so soaking wet. I'm like, who? I couldn't pee in it. Like it was filled to the brim. And I'm like, do I just pee in the parking? Am I going to get arrested if I have to? I went to a festival and it had like one of those VIP bathrooms. You ever do that? Now those I can get down with. They're like not porta potties. They're like an RV version of porta potties. I'm like, oh, you guys have like mouthwash in here? Like, what are you guys offering? Do you guys have Chick-fil-A nuggets in here? I promise they probably would. There's probably a guy that would like, how's there not a vendor? It's like the nicest bathroom I've ever been in my life. I'm like, what's rent? Feel you though, girl.
I like to face my irrational fears, both of them, but I'm still fearful of them. I have two of them. My first one is choking off of a mozzarella stick. Yes. I'll still eat the living shit out of them, but I still fear I might choke and die off of one day. My second irrational fear, again, we still have to shower every day, is falling in the shower and having to be found naked in an awkward position because I hurt my back or I've died or something weird. Those are my irrational fears.
I love
Thanks.
you. Clean. That's actually a rational fear for me. Not choking on a mozzarella stick. I'm going to jinx myself and probably die in like the next 2 days, but I've never really choked on anything. Like for some reason, I can always figure it out. My throat's like... My rational fear is that I'm going to die eating like too much in the car. I've done that so many times and I'm like, yo, God, I'm so close to dying. I swear. It's just all in my throat. Like I want to see the x-ray. Like because I eat in my car, like it's just the most normal thing to do. Maybe you know what it is? It gets me every time. I used to be just down in those wraps from Subway. I don't think they have wraps anymore at Subway. Tomato basil wrap, OG wrap, and I'd be like, put rotisserie chicken in there, obviously, lettuce, tomato, tiny bit of honey mustard, and I would just pop, bro. I'd eat in 3 seconds in my car, and every single time I wouldn't get a drink, so I'd be like, whatever, I don't need a drink. Who's buying drinks? Drink? You need a drink? I've never ever been like, hey, do you want to add a drink to your order? What? No, I'll drink out of the faucet at my house when I get there. That's why he's almost gonna die. But I'll be on my way home just with a whole entire foot-long wrap in my throat, and I'm like, like could pass out at any second. No liquids around. I'm like, worst comes to worst. Like I've thought about this a lot of times. I'm like, I'll stop, run into the 7-Eleven, and then put my face under like the diet Dr. Pepper thing. And I'll just pay for a Dr. Pepper, get back in my car, and go home. But a mozzarella stick? Is it because like the cheese goes down your throat a little bit? I don't know. I feel like I'd just be able to figure that out. I think my hangy ball is like my hangy ball is on a next level. I think I have a pro hangy ball. My hangy ball is like a sticky hand. Something goes down there and it's not agreeing with my throat. My hangy ball is like a Spider-Man. Hangy ball.
My irrational fear is always thinking that I'm going to be walking into the wrong locker room or bathroom when in public. So regardless of however many times I've gone to a certain locker room or bathroom to change, I always have to check if it's the men's or women's bathroom.
Dude, I will check 40. You know when you check something a bunch of times, like it checked if the oven was off, checked if the oven was off. Leave my house, get in my car, drive somewhere, and I'm like, was that yesterday when I checked that? Is anybody else like, I'm like, I don't know if that was today or not. I'll do that with the men's bathroom. Usually at an airport. I'll go in the men's bathroom, go in the stall, and when I'm in the stall, I'm like, this is the women's bathroom for sure. Like, I have no doubt in my mind. This is like, you ever like have a sneaky suspicion? Dude, I was at a hotel. I did a whole photo shoot in this bathroom because I had a cool mirror. It was like 2 a.m. I was in like New York. I was like, I'm just going to take some, I don't know what I'm going to do with this. I was in there for like 13 minutes. And then I was like, man, there's a ton of stalls in here. This is insane. They must have like converted this from like the storage closet to like the bathroom and just put a bunch of stalls in here. And then I was like, oh my God, this is the women's bathroom. Just zero, like, I walk out, it has a big W on the wall. I'm like, what was I doing? You ever walk into the women's bathroom and you're just like, sorry. Like, I'm just like, yeah. I've done it at LA Fitness probably 15 times. Because at every LA Fitness, there's women's bathroom and then a men's bathroom. And then like you go to the one across the town and it's like a men's bathroom and they're in a different order. Same hallway, different order. And so if I go to one LA Fitness for like 3 weeks, I'm like, okay, the men's bathroom is the first one. And I just do it. Then I go to a different LA Fitness and I just think it's like the last one, right into the women, just strolling in. So easily could do that.
Okay, my irrational fear is that whenever I'm wearing flip-flops in a car and I'm the passenger, I'm always afraid that we're going to get into a car accident and the metal of the car is going to like slice my toes off. I don't know why. I think it's just my bare toes with the flip-flops. Like the fact that my toesies are out. I'm just always afraid that they're going to get sliced off with cold metal.
Toesies. How has my pinky toe not been chopped off of my foot 17 times by now? Dude, every time I'm in the car, I say, dude, it's so annoying. It's the most annoying thing I do besides this podcast. My foot is always on like the dash. It's got to be the most disrespectful thing I do. But I'm like, if we get in a wreck, is my knee going through my face? Like, if we get in a wreck like that, I'm done for, bro. Both feet on the dash, both knees into my skull. I'm sorry, but is it the funniest thing when people get ejected through their windshield and stay alive? You ever see that on TikTok? Look that up on TikTok. Some guy went through his windshield, got up, and just walked away.
So I have two. One is a more common one. So it's emetophobia, I think is how you pronounce it, the fear of throw up. But mine is like extreme to the point where back in the day when I was in like middle school, there was a girl who on Halloween threw up in the water fountain and it traumatized me. And for weeks on end, I woke up every morning convinced I was sick and was going to throw up. And my dad let me stay home a couple of times, but then obviously after a while I was like, no, get your shit together. You're going to school. You're not sick. Because after I knew I was safe at home, not around the throw up, I was like, oh, like I'll be fine. And I felt fine. So my dad just thought I was faking it, but it was like extreme like anxiety surrounding this girl puking in the fucking water fountain. So that's one of them. But it's like bad to the point that I can't even go on like upside down roller coasters because I saw somebody throw up one time.
Oh, on the thing?
If anybody around me is sick, I can't be around them. I think they're disgusting. If I see somebody throw up, I have a completely different point of view on them. So yeah, it's bad. But no, my other one is also, I guess, probably common. But when I'm sleeping in bed, even though I am a 33-year-old woman, I can't have any extremities outside of a blanket.
So
even
true.
if it's hot as shit in my house, I cannot have a toe, a finger,
So
like
right.
nothing besides my face. I even cover my ears. Like if I have a leg dangling out of the blanket, I think that like a monster or like a goblin or a ghost or something is going to grab me. And I just think of like all the scary movies that I've ever seen. And yeah, so I literally wrap myself up like a damn cocoon, even if it's like 90 degrees in my house.
I can't even do the leg out thing anymore. I can't, because It could because of that one scary story, bro. You know what scary story I'm talking about. When the dude would put his hand under his bed and his dog would lick his fingers like twice. Like night after night, homie would put his hand down there. He'd be going to sleep before he went to bed, put his hand under the bed. Dog would lick his hand. He'd be like, all right, cool, we're good. Time to go to sleep. Boom, boom, boom. Clockwork every night. Then one night he did it. The dog licked his hand twice. And he's like, you know what? I got to go to the bathroom. The dog was dead in the bathtub. Looked under his bed. There was a guy. That was the scariest campfire story. That's another good one. What's your campfire story you tell? Good espresso question. What's your campfire story you tell? Like I'm not on the air right now. Dude, that's so funny. You get a different opinion of people after you see them throw up. It's so true. You've never been uglier. I want to see you throw up ugly. Dude, because your mouth, dude, I swear to God, my mouth unhinges when I throw. I'm like, my mouth has never been this open before when I'm throwing up. I'm like, like in The Mummy, that dude's face in The Mummy. My mouth, dude, I could eat a whole football like long ways when I throw up. That's how big my mouth is. You've never been uglier than when you're throwing up. Best compliment I've ever gotten. One time I threw it there. I was in a car with two girls. God damn it. I've always been in a car with two girls when I'm throwing up. Dude, it's because when I get in a car, I'm like, yo, I might throw up in a car without even like drinking, eating something gross, being like, I will just throw up in a car. I don't know what it is. In Teslas, a study came out that like people get so sick in Teslas because like there's a braking system that just makes you sick, dude. And I always was like, every time I take an Uber in LA, why do I feel like I'm going to throw up? I'm like, is it they're driving? Dude, it's because of the Teslas. It's always 7,000 degrees in a Tesla. I'm like, does the driver not feel this? And I feel like I'm on like a spinny like carnival ride. I'm like, oh. I threw up in a car with two girls and they're like, that was kind of like cute. Girls' definition of cute. Can we just figure that one out? What is your girls? What's cute? I throw up in a car. That like sounded cute. A napkin. That's like cute. A box of peaches. That's like the cutest thing. I'm like, what is your cute? Let's keep going. Couple more.
So I live in Missouri and we have the Lake of the Ozarks not too far from us. So we go there often. And I am 100% convinced that there is alligators in this nasty lake that we have. It's super murky, a lot of algae. It's one of the biggest man-made lakes there is, and I'm just convinced that there are alligators in there. I'm also convinced that at any time in my house, it's a 2-story house, that the first floor is going to fall through and it's going to completely collapse on us. And then 3 is I am terribly fearful that you will never come back to Kansas City and perform at the
Improv
KC, which is now actually called the Funny Bone. So those are my irrational fears.
I love you so much. I remember your voice. She's OG fam. I will come back. Kansas City. I love just a city, dude. I love a city like Kansas, dude. I just love Kansas City. It's just so perfect, man. It's just those little cities that I'm like, yes, good. It's so cute. I'm coming back. Trust me, never comes back. I'm kidding. But Alligators, I'm not scared of them anymore. Ever since I saw that TikTok of that guy hitting alligators in the snout with a shovel and then being little bitches, I'm like, dude, I don't think I'm scared of alligators anymore. Give me a shovel. See ya. Give me a shovel, bro. I'll take out 40 alligators. I just remembered I had a dream about an alligator last night. Has that ever happened to you? Like throughout the day, you're like, wow, I had a dream about that last night. You'll remember like 17 hours later. Hate that. But I had a dream about an alligator last night. Holy shit. Because I've been watching so many alligator TikToks. Because I'm like, these bitches aren't scary. Let's keep going.
That the leg press is going to come slamming down and cut my shins in half.
Oh my God. This is the one. That is the one. Irrational fear. The little stopper things on the leg press aren't going to work. How many people have died on a leg press? Because every time I'm doing it, I'm like, yo, this is it for me. This thing is going to crush my little bitch ass. Just how has it never happened? Because there's like stoppers. Like, so if you don't stop it, it stops it. No. And no. I always check. I'm like, could I die on this? Yep, I could die. How has it not just slipped once? There should be a lot more weightlifting injuries, honestly. But that is it. I think about it every time. Yep, could die. Does 4 sets. Does calves too. Okay. I'll die next week.
Okay, so I don't know how irrational it is because I guess it has happened, but I think it's pretty rare. But every time I get my tires rotated or I get a new tire or I get new tires on my car, I just have this fear like I'm going to get in the car and I'm going to start driving and one of the wheels are going to fly off because the worker forgot to tighten up the lug nuts. I think about it every time and I just think like it's going to just fly off and I'm just going to be careening off into a ditch with my rotors making 50,000 sparks as I go down, and they'll just go down in a blaze of glory.
That guy's going to change 17,000 tires in one day and not forget to screw one of them on. How? I think it should happen every day. I think a tire should pop off of my car every single time. Oh, the old lost my tire. Tire barreling down the road. Just spinning down the highway. I would see it and be like, whoa, that's somebody's tire.
This isn't really my irrational fear, but I think it's an irrational fear that we all grew up with. Do you remember when our moms used to be terrified that we may get hungry later? Like we could never leave the house without like bringing food. You're going to a doctor's office, you got to take these crackers with you. You make us hungry later. Oh my God, dude, what if you take this with you? Because if you don't eat now, you might later you might get hungry.
That's so crazy.
It's like now we all have eating disorders and body dysmorphia because of it. Because we like you just get hungry. Like that's fine.
My dad's like that. Oh, take this with you. Take this. Oh my God, when you're leaving your like aunt's house. Is it just my family? Leaving my grandparents' house, take my car, hey, we'll wrap the fence up. You take the you want the vacuum? Here's dude, we would spend a whole week at my grandparents' house. The last hour before we left, we would get in a fight with my grandparents. We don't want to take anything. We're good. Tupperware with a bunch of food. Who's eating that? Bro, try to leave my aunt's house. Try to leave my aunt's house. We're leaving at 4 p.m. All right. You'll be in the car at 6:30 p.m. Dude, it's just unbelievable. That's the next level. Why? No, I don't want to take that. You might be hungry on the way. We'll stop. You want to take the turkey here. Take this take the pie. Take the rest of the pie. Take our dining room table. You know the chandelier. You want to eat the chandelier? Take our dogs. Cars? You need a car? Well, if that car doesn't work on the way home, you might as well have another one. Take this car. Huh? And then they end up talking you into staying another night. I'm like, what is it? What is this? Just wait. It's a horror movie and you just never leave. Oh, you live in your aunt's basement? Yeah. Ever since Thanksgiving 2 years ago, I couldn't do it. I just got too sad. It is so sad though when you're driving away from like that house on Christmas. You're like, so Jesus, why did we leave? Do they think we're assholes because we didn't take anything?
Hey, Benny.
Yeah.
My irrational fear
Not my
is
podcast girlfriend.
falling off of a cliff. Do I live by any cliffs? No. I'm from the suburbs of Long Island, and I live in northeastern Pennsylvania now. So, I mean, there are some mountains. I have a mountainous view from my deck, but my ass isn't hiking or doing anything that requires me to be by a cliff. But I'm scared to death that I'm going to die that way. If I'm watching a show or a movie where someone falls off a cliff, I'm like terrified. Like that's a horror movie to me. Just people falling off cliffs. Yeah. Don't know why. Could be because I have anxiety, but who knows?
Nah.
Right. Love you.
Love you too. Mean it. I've almost fallen off a cliff before. I was actually faking that I was gonna fall off the cliff, and I was like, "Whoa!" I could have died. One more step. I was like running really fast, like on this like literal mountain in like Nevada. Nevada? I don't know why I said it like that. And I was fake, like I was gonna jump off the side, and I got so close. But I kind of think I would have lived. Is that weird? Maybe that's my what's your most delusional? Another good question. What's your most delusional thing you do? I don't know. I'll figure it out. Dude, I think I can jump off of the balcony at like a sports arena and just land. Just land on the court. What's up? Hey. I think I could do that with a cliff too. If I jump off of a cliff, there's always like another level, like a couple stories down that you land on. I'm like, How are those goats doing that? A goat will just be posted on the side of a mountain for like 4.5 years. I'm like, what?
What's my irrational fear? Shit, probably monkeypox. No, I'm playing. Who the fuck even knows what that is? But I'll tell you what I really don't like though, and I do get scared every time I'm driving on the interstate and I'm next to a fucking semi that's got those like big ass spikes on their tires. What the fuck are those for? Why do we need those? Why do we need daggers sticking out of fucking semi wheels? I feel like they're going to stick into my car and turn me into a washing machine. I don't like that shit. But you know what a lot of people are afraid of, and rightfully so, but I just don't give a fuck about? Undercooked meat. Bro, I swear to God I'll eat a raw steak. I've never done it in my life, but I swear I will. I'll cook chicken for like 5 minutes total. And then nothing happens. I'm sorry, bro. Either I'm just built different or it's a scam, bro. That's probably not true. I don't recommend this. I don't know if like legally I have to say that, but yeah, fuck that shit. I'll just raw dog some raw meat, bro. I don't give a fuck. Anyways.
Monkeypox. What is monkeypox? Is that the new chicken pox? Did we update it? Stayed home from school, had monkeypox. Oh my gosh, did you take a bath in banana pudding? Yeah, those things on the side. I don't know what that is. On the sides of the semis? I'm like, is that like your cool thing? You know when semi-truck drivers get all like cocky and they start like making their truck cool? I'm like, remember, you're a semi-truck driver. Don't put the spears on your tires. Oh, I get too close, then what? You kill me? Sorry, I was tweeting something. You're right though, bro. I've never eaten anything under, like, I've probably eaten 50 million undercooked steaks, chicken. I've never gotten sick from that. Blood rushing down my chin while I'm eating a steak. This is good. This is good. I think our stomachs can handle a lot more than we think. Dude, when people get stomach aches, I'm like, shut up, dude. I'm like, you better be like throwing up like cockroaches and shit. Like 50 cockroaches. My stomach just kind of hurts. Shut. Bro, you have a bellyache? I was kidding and I told this girl my stomach hurt and she goes, you? I was like, yo, what if I said that to you? Dude, how many times? Hey, guys' stomach aches in their life? 1. Girls' stomach aches in their life. 5,827. What are you guys eating? Nails? All right, let's that was insane. That was crazy. Should we? Nah, we gotta go. We gotta move on. I've been doing this podcast for 2,500 hours. Dear Diary, I got this is insane. I got PRP. I get PRP from the hair place I go to, We Grow Hair Indy, if you need a hair transplant, or PRP SMP. I know you guys have no idea what that is. PRP is where they like take your blood, spin it, and inject it back into your head, and it makes your hair like thicker, more luscious. Isn't it just the links I go to not be bald is just crazy. But they were like, hey, we can't do PRP, and I was like, oh man. And they're like, we have to do like Vidi, and I was like, what is that? And they're like, it's the same thing, only we don't take your blood and put it back into your head. We take like an umbilical cord. I was like, dude, what are we doing? Why don't you just cut my head off and give me somebody else's? Because this is this is insane. Anyway, they did it. They put it in the top of my head. And I'm like, wow, I'm just gonna get shots in the top of my, like 50 shots in the top of my head. This is gonna be crazy. This is gonna hurt. But they do this thing where they blow cold air on your head and they like use like light vibration. Like it's like gets the shot, gets a shot, gets a shot, gets a shot, cold air, gets a shot, cold air. It's like making your nerves like confused so you can't feel it. And I'm like, bro, I could do this all day. And they're like, does it hurt? And I'm like, not one bit. Like it doesn't hurt at all. And they're like, good, yeah. And I'm like, it's like the rumble thing. It's the vibration thing you're doing. And they're like, oh my God, you want to know what we use? And I was like, yeah, what? I don't know. And they're like, we'll tell you. Dude, they were just using a dildo on my head. Literally a dildo from like Amazon on my head. Just like one that's like next to a girl's bed. I was like, oh, is this like yours? It felt so good. I was like, I get it. You guys have any appointments available tomorrow? Show and tell. Got this in the mail. I have no idea how they got my address. Insane. I don't know really why they sent it to me, but I'm cool with it. Maybe this is the portion of the show and tell, where I just show you guys stuff that companies sent to me, but this was my first email address, and they sent me, instead of Yoo-hoo, the drink, chocolate drink, not chocolate milk, because it's not milk. Somehow it's water. Yahoo rebranded, and it looks like Yoo-hoo, but it's Yahoo, like the internet service provider. Everyone had Yahoo at one point. But they sent me this for no reason. There's no like note in it or anything. Dude, check this out. Remember this? This is gonna take you back. Oh. Oh my God. Why do I just want to do math homework and download an Eminem song off of Napster right now? Remember Napster? Why is our computer so slow? Oh, because I downloaded Napster. It took up half the memory, and then all the two music videos I downloaded with Beyonce in them took up the other half. What were we doing? Cringe moment of the week. Cringe moment. Thank you, Yahoo, by the way. I don't really know why, but I'm down with it. Send me stuff. I don't care. They sent me this too. No, I'm just kidding. This long sleeve shirt? With that on there? I don't know why. But yeah. It doesn't fit really. But maybe I'll make it a cutoff crop. Who knows? Love it. Yeah. You guys knew I was gonna try it. Cringe moment of the week. This is from the past. So I was the music guy. This is in the same locker room with the fan that almost a blade almost came off and sliced my face open. Kind of wish it would have. Big settlement. And it would have had a scar on my face. Kind of cool. I was the guy that had the mute. Like, I don't know why. My thing in college was I'm going to download all the new songs. So I had all the songs on my phone. My locker was right under the big ass CD player with the aux cord. It was my job. It was my duty to play music every single day. You know how much pressure that is on top of like playing for a college football team? People don't know, dude. Playing for a college football team is like real. It's like they're like, hey, Ferdy, you come here, you get your education, you become a better man, and you're a gentleman on the football field. That's what they say. But no, bro, you have no other time to do anything. You're playing football, fighting for your life, for the coach's love is what you're doing every single day. And it's taking over your sanity. I wasn't the fave player, bro. I was out there scrapping every day. And it was like, no matter what now it starts crying. Transfers. Did. But on top of that, dude, I'm the music guy in the locker room. You know how, dude, you got to be the music guy in any situation. It's a lot of pressure. I'm doing it for 99 football players. All different tastes. I kind of have a little thing thrown together where I'm like, all right, I got 3 new songs for practice. Like, I'm just going to let them play. See how it goes. Hop in the shower. By the time I'm done with my shower, the 3rd song should be done. Then I'll get back on it, play some, whatever, for something random. I probably have something decent on there. Get in the shower. First song goes okay. I don't hear anybody moaning, groaning. Black dude dancing. All right, we're in. We're good. We're feeling good. Next song, Britney Spears Toxic. Comes up like, because I download some like girly, I listen to girly ass music. Like pop shit. Dude, I was, the way I got out of that shower. Because it was like playing too long to be a joke. It wasn't funny. It was like at a time in the era where like it wasn't like, oh, ironic. It was like, dude, you're probably gay. And I was like, time will tell. But like, just 10 rap songs in a row and then Britney Spears while your boy's in the shower. The way I got out of that shower. Quick it, dude. How did I not slip and slice my whole entire face open naked? I don't know. Cringe moment. All right, let's do days. Today, Thursday. Cheese pizza day. Nothing better. You can't convince me anything's better.
You like cheese pizza? You're like basic.
There's nothing better. I love some plain, normal. Just give me something plain. God damn. I just love some normal stuff sometimes. Everybody's all unique and crazy. Just give me vanilla ice cream. Give me a normal girl. Not doing anything crazy. Just a girl that works at Walgreens. Just give me a plain ass. Yep, that's perfect for me. Cheat day this past Sunday. Got Nashville honey pizza from California Pizza Kitchen. It was good, but I was like, man, kind of wish it didn't have all the frills. Got another one, pepperoni. They're like this big. No big deal. Had 2 pizzas. They're like fun size. You know what I mean? Took all the pepperoni off. Dude, the best pizza. I'm telling you right now. Don't overthink it. Don't think I'm crazy. Just take it for what it is. The best pizza. Little Caesar's cheese. But don't be like, no, but like, just think about it. The convenience, the price, it's just exactly what I want. Every time I'm like, man, I want pizza, I think of Little Caesar's cheese pizza. Papa John's is probably the best pizza I've ever had. It's so good. It's so good. It's like ketchup sauce. Shut up. No, it's not. Little Caesar's cheese pizza. And their crazy bread. Honestly, their crazy bread is the best breadstick. It's so good and it's still $5. Not mad at that. Friday. National Chianti Day. Chianti. It's a type of wine, I think. Bro, I used to bang wine. I used to be a bottle boy. Somebody told me something. A girl I used to date told me something about wine. Red wine, I'll never forget. I think it was, I can't even remember the name of the wine I used to drink. What was it? Red wine. It's just the basic ass. I don't know what it is. But she was like, when you smell this, does it smell like bare feet to you? And I was like, oh shit. It's a good way to hijack somebody's brain. Cause then every time I drank wine after that, I thought of her and I was like, yo, she's actually kind of right. Lazy Mom's Day. Dude. Everybody's a lazy piece of shit. I figured it out. I did. Every single mom's a lazy ass. Every dad's a lazy ass. Every person is a lazy ass. Kobe Bryant, probably kind of lazy sometimes. Michael Jordan, I mean, you can't be going that hard all day. Like sometimes I'm like, yo, I gotta shut up for a second. I gotta lay down and shut up. This is insane. Can I shut the hell up? I can only do like 2 like big tasks. And then I'm like, yo, I literally have to lay down for like 13 minutes. Like at least. Maybe at most. Like, dude, just sometimes I'm like, I gotta have 7 minutes real quick. It's just to shut up. Like, it's like, you know, you do like something a little too overwhelming. I've never been able to switch gears and do something immediately right after. I'm like, yo, can we just hold on, bro? Oh, wow. Hold on. Damn. Let me pee and like get on my phone for like 10 minutes. Cause I cannot hold on. I don't know. Is that, I think everybody does that, right? But in my head, I'm like, was Kobe Bryant just going? What am I even talking about? Saturday. New Hampshire Day. Who lives there? I don't know, but I got a show January 25th, and I'm so excited for it. I've never been. I want to go to New Hampshire so bad. Why? Because it's like the first state ever, right? I don't know. Every time I've seen New Hampshire, I'm like, who is going there? Never had a chance to go. I'm going, mommy. I'll see you there. Tix@BennyPolizzi.com. We're catcalling. I feel like they're excited. I'm so hyped. New Hampshire? Okay. Sunday, ampersand day. Hey. Who named it? Remember the first time you saw ampersand? What the fuck is that? Is that a city in Tokyo? Yeah, just use the ampersand. When people say stuff like that and they act like it's not full, I'm like, okay, I know you know what it is, but no one else knows what that is, and you know that. Yeah, just use the ampersand, like a teacher that's like a little younger. Just use it. I'm like, no, know it all. What, did you invent the ampersand? It's an ampersand. Like, don't act like everybody knows what that is. Even if they do, like, it's like, wait, what is that? Even if you know, the guy that invented ampersand is probably like, wait, what is that again? Oh, why did I call it that? Oh, it's because okay. When I was naming all the symbols, I sneezed and I fell asleep on my keyboard and it just typed ampersand and I had to send in like 2 seconds. I just sent it. I don't know. It's a long story, but yeah, now my dog's name is ampersand. So I thought it was my dog for a second. It's actually the and symbol. I don't know why we just didn't call it and symbol. Don't act like we know what that is. Grandparents' Day Sunday. Ain't no way. The number, dude, my grandparents had to be like, are you okay? I remember talking to my grandpa maybe for 5 hours about a Power Rangers video game. And he was just all in. I was like, 2 years later, I was like, can I say sorry for the story I told you 2 years ago? Like, dude, I talked to you for maybe 5 hours about how I was playing a Power Rangers video game. And one of the Power Rangers, I figured out that it could kick something else. He was probably like, bro, what are you on? I don't care about the Power Rangers. Grandparents are really the realest. Because, you know, they're like at the end of their patience. I remember we were inside my mom's car getting ready to go into my grandma and grandpa's house. And she was like, remember, when you talk to grandpa, speak up and do not say, huh. I was like, is he going to literally kick my ass if I say, I've never said huh in my life. Is he going to grab me by my ankles and throw me in the woods? I was always so scared of my grandparents. I don't know why. One time I did that thing. Dude, this is like my biggest fear growing up. Biggest rational fear. What's your rational fear? Maybe that's a good one. How are you actually going to die? What's your rational fear? How are you actually going to die? One time my grandpa was telling me to like wrap a hose around something and like water something just because I was like doing some grandson I was just like, I don't know. My mom was probably like, help grandpa. And I was like, okay. Didn't need help at all. I went out there. I was like, I'm helping you. And he's probably like, why? I don't know. Jesus Christ. I don't even know. I don't even really know you, bro. Let's just fucking do this thing. Bro, and he told me to wrap a hose around the tree. And I did not know what he was saying. I was like, what is this guy saying? And I was like, what? And he was like, he said it again. And I was like, man, damn, that's two. I have no clue what he's talking about. And I was so scared on the third one. I was like, what'd you say? And he explained it again. And I was like, man, I don't know. I go, I don't know. I just don't know. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know if I heard you right. There's a lot of like birds and shit. Like, I don't know. I kind of just want to go, I don't know. Do you hate me? Dude, that's how I'm going to die. I promise. The amount of times that happened to me when I was a kid, that's when people say what to me like more than twice, I'm like, come here. I love you so much. Just come here. Just give me a hug. Here's your ear. I'm just going to tell you again. And if you don't understand, come here. I'll repeat it in a different way. Because there's so many times when I was a kid that I was like, what are you saying? And yo, even if I can't hear you, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm 10. It happens, dude. I was like, that's why I was like kind of shy when I was a kid. I was like, yo, I don't want to get into one of those situations where I don't know what you're talking about again. Cause like, bro, it's so embarrassing. I don't know. Oh, sorry. I've never like it always happened like when I was like at a basketball camp or something. And they're like explaining all this shit. And I was like, dude, I don't even know what that is. Like I've played basketball for 1 year. I don't know what that is. And then they act like you're stupid. I'm like, damn, I don't really want to go to this camp anymore, bro. I feel like an idiot. Oh, you don't know everything about the game? No, I'm 9. Dude, that's like half the reason I didn't like excel in sports. Honestly. I was like, how do you guys know that you can do that? Oh, you guys just knew all of a sudden that you could do that on punt return? What? Bro, half the reason for everything is because I was like, okay, I don't know. How do you guys know that shit? Again, did I miss the day? Was I sick on the day where everyone explained everything? How do you guys know so much? I don't know anything. I don't know anything. And you guys know everything? How? It's my whole life. I don't know shit. All right. I love you guys. Thank you for the voice messages. We're going to be back next week with another heater question. And I'm going to get a different background. I can't wait, dude. I love this pod. I love you guys. I feel like you guys are super digging the pod. New listeners, what's up? Love you. Keep listening because we collectively have no idea what we're doing, and this is the pod where we can just, say whatever we want. And I like it. Subscribe on Patreon, come to the shows.